Hello everyone. Today we are learning Unit 4, that's called Social Class and Consumer Behavior, where the major contents of the chapter are Social Class and Consumer Behavior, Lifestyle Profile of Consumer Classes, Cross-Cultural Customers Behavior Strategies. You're learning these three important contents under the Module 4, Social Class and Customer Behavior. Let's get started. First, social class. What is social class? It's also commonly called as class, which means a group of people within a society who possess the same socio-economic status. They're also called as strata in the society. Class and strata are the common words which is used in the term of social class. So it's a group of people status-wise. Each class has people having more or less the same status. What status? As I said, it might be socio-economic status. This social status have evolved considering three major factors. Number one, wealth. Number two, power. Number three, prestige. So these three factors have been evolved continuously and have given the social status. Warner have classified the society into 6 classes. Upper, that means they are elite people, wealth inherited, they are already rich people. They are elite class in the society. Those are called upper class. Next is lower upper class. They are the first generation neo-rich. They are becoming rich now. Next is upper middle. They are financially stable, income of above average and successful professionals. Might be managers, senior manager, deputy managers, kind of these. Next is lower middle class, where they are called as non-managerial staff, might be example of traders, supervisors, etc. These comprise of a large class. Next comes upper lower, largest class of wage earners and blue collar working class. The last one is lower class, where they are the lowest income group, unemployed and uneducated, and they work for daily wages. So there are 6 classes of the society what Warner have classified into. What are the lifestyle changes? For example, a person is in upper class. He will be having a good taste, graceful living, good things in life, individual expression, interest in art and culture because he is already in elite class. They are the quality merchandise, expensive hobbies they will have, and recreation, equipment, art, books, travel. Their goal will be whole world travel. Next comes the middle class. They are in the form of respectability, conformity, proprietary, and social esteem. Their items in fashion and related to self-presentation. They are the one who look into good clothing as self-presentation in terms of in the faces of neighborhood and household items for children. Next comes working class. They are fun-oriented, unsophisticated taste. Their focus on possession and not on ideas. Newest appliances, sporting events, newest biggest items are their purchasing tendencies. Next comes lower class, where they have close family relationship, no interest in world affairs, neighborhood oriented and want immediate gratification. This is the lifestyle orientation of lower class people. The status symbol products enhancing self-esteem. They are the status symbols of prosperity, such as used suitcase, readily available products, etc. So in India, at least we can combine or classify the social class into upper class, middle class, working class, and lower class. There are other people who would differentiate the society into upper, middle, and lower class. Here we have added working class as one of the important classes. What is the influence of social class and customer behavior? That's important for us. Social class have a profound effect on a consumer's spending habits. For example, if you're rich, you would be elite. Your purchasing habits is different from the lower class, from the working class. Yeah. Perhaps the most obvious effect is the general level of disposable income of each social class, because the disposable income of each class is different from other. Generally, the rich have the ability to purchase more consumer goods than those with the less income and those with the goods of higher quality. There is also a distinction in types of goods purchased. For example, the upper class tend to be the primary buyers of fine jewelry and often shop at exclusive retailers. But not what happens with the middle income and the lower income group? They are not into the primary elite buyers. The lower class, in contrast, are much more concerned with the simply getting by. They focus more on necessities. Rich people focus more on the status. Yeah. Next concept, we have something called as lifestyle. What is lifestyle? It's one of those terms that we understand intuitively but may find a difficulty coming with our own definition. One of the definitions states that lifestyle is a pattern in which people live and spend time and money. So how people live, spend time and money is the one which comprise the meaning of lifestyle. This definition is useful for marketers because it casts lifestyle in terms of consumption pattern. If we live as an elite class and spend more time and more money, then the consumption pattern of ours differentiate with others. So it is more important for marketers to know the consumption patterns. What are the lifestyle variables? To make the lifestyle useful for marketing strategies, marketers have over time focused on three-dimensional conceptualization of lifestyle. The three sets of variables that operationalize lifestyle are activities, interests, and opinions. In other words, what consumers do, that calls activity, what consumers like, that called interest, and what customers think are called opinions. So these are the three words which operationalize lifestyle of a person. Among marketing professionals, activities, interest, and opinions are frequently referred as AIO variables. A for activities, I for interest, and O for opinions, as marketing professionals refer to. Lifestyle profile. For the purpose of uniformity, marketers prefer to adapt a three-class structure. As I already said when I was talking about social class, thereby they divide into upper, middle, and lower classes. Each social class is characterized by certain lifestyle factors in terms of shared beliefs, norms, attitudes, activities, interests, and behavior. These are similar within people of each class and different across social class. For example, if you take an upper class, the beliefs, norms, and attitude are the same. For example, if you take middle class, the norms, beliefs, attitude are different from upper class. But every person in the middle class share the same ideologies. And lower class, of course, they have their own beliefs, norms, and attitudes. It is all these, for example, if you talk about belief, norms, attitudes, activities, interest, and behavior, they are the same within the class but different outside the class or across classes. Predictors of a lifestyle, consumer lifestyle predictors are first, and the major one is called demographics. Where the person belong to, what is that person, what is the age of a person, everything comes under demographic. Next comes their social class, their reference groups, their personality. These three are the ideologies which change the lifestyle from the demographic point of view. From the demographic point of view, everybody would be the same. According to the social class, we differentiate. According to the reference group, we differentiate. According to the personality, we differentiate. From these three items, we differentiate and bring them to a strata called as lifestyle strata. Next topic is cross-cultural customer behavior strategies. Before we know about the behavioral strategies, we need to know what is cross-cultural. Cross-cultural customer analysis is defined as the effort to determine to what extent the consumers of two or more nations are similar or different. Their customer buying behavior changes. For example, if you are in India and in Italy, if the customers you are focusing to sell your products to the people in India and the people in Italy, these two nations are similar in some characteristic and different in some characteristic. To know all these things, it's called as cross-cultural customer behavior. A marketer, while marketing, he is not marketing to the local market. He always aims to sell it into the international market, and that international market needs to know what are these two nations or more nations are similar in nature or different in nature while selling up of the products. A major objective of cross-cultural customer analysis of two or more nation customer behavior in nature. So what are these three categories? The first one is statistical, what the demographics of a population are, what kind of people they are. They're spending people or saving people or how they are is the one which will tell us about the strategical or statistical aspect of a culture. Next comes the typological aspect of a culture. What cultural types may be identified? How many cultural varieties are there? Are there any major cultural types and what are its ideas? The third one is content based or content aspect of culture. What kind of values or norms people accept and live by? For example, as I said, people in India and people in Italy do not have the same kind of values or do not have a same kind of norms, and they do not accept and live by in the same norms. They are different to each other. So comparisons are usually made by analyzing three contents. The first one is statistical, the second one is typological, and the third one is content based. Market expansion strategies under cross culture. How do you expand your market? Is a question. Here I've quoted an example in a cross-cultural analysis of English, United States, Canadian and Australian markets. What do? They will check whether can I sell the same product with the same promotion for all these markets, or same product with the different promotional strategies for these kind of markets, or different product with the same promotion for all these markets, or at last different products and different promotional strategies are required for these kind of markets. They would subdivide the countries or they would subdivide the culture and find out whether they are supposed to sell the same product, different product, same promotion or different promotion in these four types. I hope that you've understood the topics which I explained you today, and thank you for the patience listening.